I had a lot of mom friends out there who was also breastfeeding, and they would share with me how difficult breastfeeding was, telling me about the sleepless night, telling me about breast engorgement, but I never really had like a very strong feeling towards it. I was just like, oh, I guess this is part and parcel of motherhood, right? And I guess from my mom itself, when I would ask her about breastfeeding, her answer to me was, I had no milk. So my concept of breastfeeding was, you either have it or you don't have it.
I always thought that breastfeeding is something very simple, but little did I know after what my wife has gone through, I think breastfeeding is not just putting your baby right up to your body part and have them drink off you. It's way tougher than what it is.
Well, I didn't do many preparations like other moms. There was a lot of lactation course around, but I was working during that time, and I just didn't have the time to go for all these classes. So I went in basically clueless about breastfeeding. I thought oh, breastfeeding just latch on my baby, right? But clearly I was wrong. I remember waking up one day with lumps under my armpits. I couldn't even lift up my arms. And I was crying from the pain because these two areas were so hard, and I remember crying so badly. With how social media is today, I went on Facebook, joined those Facebook groups, searching about lumps under armpit, what can I do here and there. And there was just so many different advice doing then. And I remember feeling very, very lost, and I remember crying to my husband, in fact, having a lot of arguments with him, and he was just telling me, just feed formula. And then I remember how angry I was during that time. Yeah, it was just completely so lost during that moment.
At one point, things were so overwhelming that I was afraid that my family and I, or my wife especially, will fall into postnatal depression.
Elaine, I would say, is like my fairy godmother. I remember going to the hospital because my baby had to do checkup because she had jaundice, and I too was feeling so much pain during then. I was going to break down, and I was like, can I meet your lactation consultant, because I was just feeling so lost. So when I saw Elaine, it was like she just came out from the heavens to save me. She helped me so much. I remember I had breast engorgement, and she was like, just use your baby. You don't need to do all those other things that you read online. Just use your baby. And then she taught me how you could, anger properly.
During the first lactation counseling consultation, I still remember she had problem on the proper position on how to latch her baby.
Whatever questions or whatever doubts that I had, she helped clear it. And the good thing was, she was able to give me that emotional, and I would say also that physical support in that sense, because she also helped me, spoke to my husband as well, telling my husband, you need to listen to your wife, your wife is going through so much things,
With the support from Celeste's husband, Joshua, I'm so glad that they've gone through the breastfeeding journey together.
She telling my husband, oh, buy for her chocolates and everything, and so my husband did in the end. And it's all those small little things that really help at the end of the day. I think a lot of times as a first-time mom, there's so many things that you don't know. I was also stressed when I saw my friends having piles and piles of milk stored up in their fridge and I had nothing. So this kind of unnecessary pressure kind of builds up on you, especially when you're just on recovering in terms of your body and also, just trying to make this little one happy. So Elaine was really a true help to me. I can't tell you how much I'm so grateful for her that she really saved me. My advice would really be to just go for help and seek help if you really need to.
One of the many advice that I can give to all fathers is that treat your wife the best. Give the support to your wife, because your wife is going through a very tough time in period like this. So be there for your wife. Happy wife, happy life. Okay? Woo! Okay.